Happy Halloween.
From Team APS. To celebrate, we're gonna give you 10 of the spookiest, scariest Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
For the first of our spooky cards, I want to start off strong with one of my personal favorite, the Lady in White. Don't forget the Lady in White. I mean, come on.
So what's creepy about her?
What isn't? Like, next to all the other Skull 7 cards that aren't very scary, she's horrific compared to them. She's a skeleton sitting in a rocking chair, rocking that old dress. Like, that looks like it was written for a horror story.
I do agree.
And she has that very strong tie to, like, you know, the Harry Potter horror movie.
Aren't there like cobwebs and stuff around like the table or whatever she's sitting at?
It looks creepy. It's meant to look creepy. It doesn't. It succeeds in what it wants to do. Next, like every other card that was supposed to be scary, I find that one to have done the job the best.
Mine, for number 9, would have to be Gimmick Puppet Dreary Doll.
Oh.
Yeah, she's for those of you who don't know, she's the one in the coffin.
Look at the OCG artwork.
Yeah, the OCG artwork of her is a little bit different. I mean, it's the same thing, but in the coffin, she's got like blood all over her. But basically, she's just this girl doll coming like out of a coffin. I think it's creepy. I mean, all the gimmick puppets are kind of scary, but like
she's in a whole other league.
She's one of those ones where it's like actually something you might see in a like.
She made me not want to collect them. I was collecting them until I saw that card. I was like, done.
I was surprised you got to the first one.
Yeah, they're scary.
Yeah, they're definitely there. So let's just say all gimmick puppets are in there.
Yeah, they're all creepy.
All right, Alex.
All right, for our next one, I like to go with a good old-fashioned tragedy.
That's the trap, right?
Yes, and it's a very creepy-looking trap, considering you've got this woman who's actually screaming at the viewer of the card. It makes you wonder what she's looking at and what she's running from. But while you know she's that, there's someone coming up behind her,
who I guess is about to kill her. It might actually be.
Who's gonna save her?
See, I never really quite understood what that was supposed to be. I guess it's sort of like what you'd see in a horror movie where like she's afraid of one thing, but the truth is like the real threats.
Right. Or maybe, you know, she was running from like a Michael Myers movie and she just ran to a dead end.
Oh.
Or maybe we're the mirror. Because you know that she found. I don't know. I mean, like, who knows?
It's always possible.
There's that
maybe
red
like
moon in the background.
The card's the mirror, and she's
right,
and she's the guy behind her in the mirror.
Or what if? Now this is a little crazy. What if she can see us and she's screaming for help?
I like that idea.
All right. So let me go with my second card. Let's go Shadow Vampire. I'm a vampire fan, you know this.
Shadow Vampire is pretty creepy.
I mean, against all of the vampires, you know, he looks like Brown, but he's a shadow. Like, he's dark, mysterious. He does not look like he's gonna help you in any way, shape, or form. That's all I'm saying.
That come in my house, I kill it.
I feel like the coolest thing about him is that like, while the other vampires get the sort of just cartoony, regular Yu-Gi-Oh art, he gets that sort of like painted. Kind of reminds me of like Prophecy Destroyer in those cards, where he's like sort of like painted, he's like part of the background or something.
Well, Vampiduke kind of has that same thing on him.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I do think Shadow Vampires will look creepier, because you don't really know
those eyes, man, those eyes.
That too. My next one would be Illblood. Most of the zombie cards to me don't really freak me out, but Illblood is legitimately just weird. I mean, because like, outside of the fact that you don't know what he is,
I'm still trying to figure that out.
He's literally like unzipping, I guess, his shirt or whatever,
and then
there's just like a mouth, face, eye thing, just sort of like.
I think we can all agree that it's one of the creepiest cards in existence.
I would definitely agree.
I kind of wonder how he like special summons the zombies. Do they just come out of his mouth, or
like I wanted to use him in my zombie deck, but I couldn't get past it. I was like, you know what? Let me go a different direction with this deck.
Maybe
when you normal summon him, since he's a Gemini, that opens up his jacket.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't like this. Oh.
Anywho.
Okay, well for my next one, I chose 1,000 Eyes Restrict. Mostly because if it had tentacles, it would be a perfect Japanese tentacle monster. But I'm going there.
But his head game though.
Oh God.
Oh, God. That's sick, Alan.
He is like way scarier than Relinquished. I'll give him that. Like,
yeah,
he does creep me out.
But wait, what is the point of the whole little like one tentacle thing that it has in the front?
Oh well, I mean, I always thought
It's some kind of mouth, right?
It's not so much a
No,
tentacle,
no,
yeah,
no,
it's
mine's
like
on
a
there.
vortex-ish.
Like
Sort of like
nose.
it sucks you up. And, I don't know.
He's a very interesting creature.
Yeah, it's definitely a monster. If nothing else, it's a monster.
Yeah. Alright, so my third was the Plague Spreader Zombie.
Yeah, cliche, but honestly,
Does
that
it really need
card.
an explanation?
Yeah, that card's. What is it exactly?
It's a zombie.
We were, I guess we're assuming it's like all the plagues and all of the diseases of the world in one.
But he's also like animals. Like he's like, there's like a little bit of like a horse or something.
Well, because
in
you know
there,
animals
and-
will transmit the plague, and you know the plague like. You think you've kicked it, and then it springs back up because it's being carried by animals. It's kind of like how he comes out, spuzzles out the grave.
Twice.
I mean,
Ebola spreader zombie.
Oh,
Too soon.
just a bit.
Yeah, I get the classer in that
Yeah,
ball.
I mean, come on.
I don't know. I like
You heard what
playing.
happened to Dallas?
Why
Poor
CS
Dallas.
Ebola?
Poor Dallas. It fell.
Mine would be.
Are we predicting the fall of Dallas now?
Yeah, it fell.
My next one would be Falling Down. This is actually a spell card, and it's kind of an old card, but it got recently reprinted. It's one of the Archfiend supports, and it's creepy because it's like one of the only cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Whose name is just like a verb.
Someone.
Like, you know how it's normally like Gore's the Emissary of Darkness, or like Soul Charge, but this is just like falling down, like it's like a sensation, and when you look
Actually,
at that...
wouldn't that be a verb and adverb?
Yeah, so I guess like a predicate or something, I don't know. And it's like, the picture is like a monster, and he's like shivering and just sort of like disappearing into the shadows. Just like, it's just like a sensation. He's
That's
just-
someone's fear.
He's just falling down. I don't know. I think it's scary.
Alright. And for the next one, I have to say Dark Necrofear.
She is an interesting little monster.
I mean, like, there's a lot of words that you can try to describe her with.
What is she?
She is the Queen of Fiends, from what I've read.
And apparently her name was going to be Dark Necrophilia.
That was her name. Was going to be.
Oh,
that
that's like an
was her
OCG
name.
thing?
Like in the manga, she was originally printed out as Dark Necrophilia. They changed that in a week. They were like, nope,
Yeah,
bad
that was
idea.
Ugh, but I mean, that card was creepy as heck.
I love that card so much.
Fun fact, actually, in the anime, the English dub or whatever, they actually completely edit out like the doll that she's holding. So when like Bakura or Yami Bakura summons it, it's just sort of like there, and you just see its arms, and there's nothing there because they edited out the doll. Speaking of the doll,
Time for our number one.
Yeah, we all agreed that this one was just the scariest.
Necroface.
Necroface.
Definitely Necroface.
It's so gruesome.
It will haunt you. I mean, I still don't understand what the hell that is.
Well, so is it a doll or is it a child's face?
That's in contention.
Well, it's so. I think that face is kind of so perfect. The doll part. I think that it has to be a doll.
I think they'd like us to believe it's a doll in English.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it's a possessed doll's head, for sure. I
it's
think.
the stuff coming out of it creeps me out. Like, it just, I don't know.
Like, what is all that? I mean, tentacles and like.
It reminds me of the stuff you want to hide on Facebook, like when it pops up in your news feed. I know it's gonna, but I mean, you know.
No,
it's
you
so
know
creepy.
what we mean. Look at him, Paul.
So-
Look at him.
They do know.
They know.
But Necroface creeps me out, and it has a scary effect.
Like, try like putting a picture, like blasting a picture of her on as a wallpaper of your computer, and you stare at it for I'll say 5 minutes, and while blinking, you will not sleep. You just won't.
Yeah, it's kind of a scary card. And I guess that concludes our top 10 spookiest, scariest Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. And we'd like to hear from you, viewers.
Man, which ones y'all think are creepy? Because, I mean, we came up with some good ones. That means y'all got some better ones.
Y'all can't beat us out, though.
So leave them in the comments. And we hope that you enjoy this Halloween. And also, we've uploaded some deck profiles recently. There's a vampire deck and a ghost trick deck, courtesy of
this guy.
And you can check those out. What are you planning to do with your Halloween Yu-Gi-Oh wise? You're gonna play some duels with some zombies, card shop,
cards for candy.
cards for candy.
I think more candy for cards.
So that concludes our video. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
Card games on broomsticks.
No.
I actually like it.
End the video, guys. End the video.
So like, subscribe. We'll catch you guys later.
See ya.
Team APS out.